Is there anything that you wish you could have asked her?
Oh man, that's a good question. You got me put on the spot right now.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Ladies, you are both absolutely flawless and phenomenal on this. So seriously, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm going to jump into this. Thinking about the sort of relationship that these two sisters had, the closeness and literally having their own language. To what degree is that kind of closeness required of the two of you as actors? Like, is there a benefit in attempting to even create like even a fraction of the relationship that they shared? Is that even possible?
Yeah, I think there's a huge benefit in having a rapport, chemistry, and a synergy with your co-star, especially on a project like this. I think just due to the nature of the scenes and the script and their story, we had to get to know each other, spend a lot of time in each other's company, be supportive to each other in the more kind of vulnerable and disturbing moments of the piece. And I think, yeah, inevitably, I left this project with a bond that was definitely different to kind of how the friendships that I normally leave projects with. There was definitely something that was more unified about this one because of the twins' relationship.
For sure. I know June, or I was reading that June doesn't speak out much publicly these days. So I was curious as actors how you decide whether or not it's appropriate or whether or not it's necessary to reach out and try to have a conversation.
When you're portraying someone's life, you always want to connect with them as actors, but it's also important to respect, their request for privacy, and that's something that we did. And thankfully, we had so much resources for us to tap into, whether it's the book itself, whether it's documentaries, whether it's pictures online, whether it's, connecting with Marjorie Wallace, who wrote the book on an intimate level to get archived material that's not known to the public. It was just imperative for us to respect June alongside us putting this story out into the world.
Is there anything that you wish you could have asked her?
Oh man, that's a good question. You got me put on the spot right now.
Yeah, I wish I could have asked her from her perspective, what what everything was like, and especially in relation to Jennifer, of which there was much less archive material. Like obviously the documentary was through June's lens, and like I think the book also spoke quite predominantly through June's lens as well. And so I think sometimes I felt like I wish I got to hear Jennifer's voice. But yes, I would have asked June to share something that she thinks would be especially useful to know about Jennifer.
I would have loved to know the answer for that. Letitia, I'm going to shift gears and just end on this really quickly, because obviously for many of us watching the experience of watching that first trailer for Wakanda Forever was emotional for a lot of reasons. It was beautiful and it was heartbreaking. It was just an awe-inspiring trailer. I was just wondering if you could describe your experience watching that first look and when you got to watch that first trailer.
It was definitely emotional, but I'm really grateful that there was such a positive response to it. Years of hard work, and obviously we're trying to create something that not only is a love letter to my brother, but also just a continuation of his legacy as T'Challa. So we're just really proud that audience members are excited for it, but really excited for people to not only see Silent Twins this week when it comes out on Friday, but also see that as well, and all the great work that collectively myself and Tamara has coming out.
Well, you guys should have a lot to be proud of, including this film, obviously. So seriously, congratulations on your amazing performances, and thank you for taking the time. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.